I looked it up. 28 years later, Bone Temple was released 28 weeks after 28 years later. This was probably obvious to those who saw it upon its release. I, however, missed this as I was in no rush to watch it. I liked its predecessor 28 years later and I recommended it. But I'm over the 90s shaky, grungy, take you out of the movie camera angles of zombies running and hopping and skipping and looking pathetic. And so I didn't have much faith in its follow-up sequel, crossover series, and or whatever is the Bone Temple, especially, spoiler alert, due to 28 years later's weird cliffhanger ending. Not the open-endedness itself, but the eye-rolling promise for more martial arts adept survivors dressed in blonde wigs and tracksuits like infamous childhood icon Jimmy'll Fix-It pedophile Jimmy Savile. It's a lot to end on. Was the aesthetic a coincidence due to an innocent yet ignorant wardrobe department? Not at all. And within the first 10 minutes, director Nia DaCosta promises a savage and symbolism-heavy treat is in store. We start where we left off, following Spike's encounter with the Jimmy Gang, a band of young survivors or fingers to leader and self-stated son of Satan, Sir Jimmy Crystal, played by the consummate Jack O'Connell. Our hero Spike, Alfie Williams, bellies up into a new reality within the Clockwork Orange-esque ultra-violent control of Sir Jimmy, who rules his flock with violent rituals, initiating them with an imprinting baptism and barbaric ceremony that ends with one's renaming to Jimmy. It's classic cult programming for poor Spike, and I find this to be 28,000 times scarier than zombies. Cultism, religion, Satanism are this new world and Spike's most current threat, as it is now, always, and forever. The symbolism is thick in this film, and even if you're not into such things, the thoughtfulness makes for disquieting visuals. This may be a stretch, but shortly after Spike's indoctrination, we come upon a random infected that resembles Charles Manson. During Manson's trial, he carved an X on his forehead to signify that he had X'd himself out of society, and some members of his family, aka followers, did the same in solidarity. The fingers, aka followers, have scars of an inverted cross between their brows. Another more obvious and easy example is when Sir Jimmy, a New Wave Antichrist, with his father's cross inverted on his neck in a show of his satanic and inverted mindset, stands with Baphomet's two-finger salute, two fingers on the right hand pointing up and two fingers on the left hand pointing down, signaling as above, so below, and that Sir Jimmy's beliefs are not superficial. Our actions on earth have consequences in the spiritual realm. Jimmy also has 7 servants, his jimmies or fingers. Historically, the Antichrist sports 7 horns, which represent 7 conquered rulers or kings. Sir Jimmy is surely a wolf posing as a prophet, controlling his young disciples using his relation to a higher power and their need for answers and a father in exchange for blind faith. It's easy if you know how. Ralph Fiennes' character alternatively lives his parallel storyline as atheist Dr. Ian Kelson, who's working to cure an infected and wanting new friend using science and sedatives. He honors the dead with his bone temple, thinking himself to be godless as it towers towards the heavens. Kelson hasn't lost his humanity after 28 years in near solitude, thanks in large part to Duran Duran and the Bone Temple itself, and his all-seeing eye of providence representing God's omniscience. It's all contrary, rough, and stings even for those who don't dig or look for allegory or contention with the Almighty in their entertainment. The entwining stories of dark and light are winning as their wrestlings and symbols continue ad infinitum. It's admirably heavy and entertaining. There's going to be another installment, and I have hope. Watch or not, watch.